Hello, it's Stephen here. It's a lovely day today, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to talk to you about one of my passions, which isn't just astronomy, but a particular type of astronomy, which is video astronomy. Now, you're probably familiar with live observing, where you look through an eyepiece and you see lovely stars, planets, and nebulae. And you're also probably familiar with astrophotography, which is the idea of sticking a DSLR and capturing images of galaxies potentially and planets using a variety of long exposures and using a process called stacking. Now, in between those two is this concept of video astronomy, which not a lot of people know much about. So I wanted to talk about it in relation to my telescope, the Nexstar 8 SE, but you can do this with any telescope as long as it's got some sort of motor drive that will track the object. So here is my setup. Now normally I'd be under a dark sky suitably, but it's good to do this during the day so you can see the setup in detail. I have a very inexpensive Japanese security camera that I sourced from eBay. This is a Samsung SCB 2000. It's not designed for astronomy, but it happens to be very sensitive in low light conditions, and therefore you can utilize it for video astronomy. It's really simple to set up. You simply insert it into your diagonal, just like a normal eyepiece. On the end here, I have a focal reducer, which is ideal if you're trying to look at deep sky objects, but if you're looking at planets, like Jupiter and Saturn, then you'd probably want to remove that to get more magnification. I then have a simple lead that goes to a DVD player. So these are possibly getting harder to find now, but this is just a portable DVD player which has a convenient screen. And with that I can view the objects in real time. And let me say, I find video astronomy amazing. So in a way, astrophotography, I respect it and appreciate it, and I love to see the work that people produce. To me, it doesn't have that immediacy. It doesn't feel like I'm looking at the object in real time and making a kind of personal connection with it. Now, visual observing obviously gives me that, but video astronomy, I think, also gives you that excitement of actually looking at the objects in real time. Now, just to give you an example of how I would proceed in an evening, if I wanted to look at a planet, I would just change the exposure settings on the camera here so that it was a fast exposure, because that's all you need for bright objects like planets. And in fact, a few evenings ago I did a live stream looking at Saturn. However, if I wanted to look at a galaxy or a nebula, well, this particular camera can go up to a 10-second integration time. So all I would do is adjust the integration time here, which appears on the screen. So you can, it's kind of awkward with this particular camera, but you can adjust all the settings on a kind of menu that will appear on your video screen. I would set the integration time to its maximum 10 seconds, and after a small wait I would see the image of the galaxy or nebula materializing on the screen. And then every 10 seconds or so I'm getting an updated live image. Now let me tell you, the detail that you can capture on galaxies with this sort of setup is incredible. So you're effectively increasing your objective diameter several times, and that's just due to the fact that these cameras are way more sensitive than your own eye. So the most detail I've been able to see in the Whirlpool galaxy, for example, naked eye, is the kind of two bright cores of those interacting structures. But in my video telescope I can see all the connective tissue, the lanes of stellar material, and I can see the whole spiral structure. So well worth looking into. I hope you found this video useful. I'm going to segue in some footage of some of my live streams and images I've taken with this setup. But if you do want to pursue it and you want any more help, please leave some comments or send me a message. Thank you very much for listening.